Welcome back to our Wednesday afternoon live broadcast. I'm very pleased that even as the weather outside is getting worse and worse, you are still interested in learning English. So is anyone watching online?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay, that's good. Hopefully there will be more and more people as time goes on. I'm very excited today because I'm talking about a topic that I'm very passionate about, and I'm sure all of you are also very interested in. Today we're talking about YouTube, and not just this platform, this wonderful database and community of media, particularly of videos. Not just this, but we'll be talking about how multimedia can impact our English learning and also our life in general. One of the things that we talk about often when we are learning English is that English is a tool. And sometimes we think that, okay, it's a tool, so it's something that we use maybe in our work, right? Something we use at school. We think about English like this very often in our lives, particularly when we're younger. We are taught that English is a life skill, that you will improve your chances of getting a good job, you will increase your chances of a good salary if you learn English well. However, I want to sort of express my opinion here that English is for you to expand your horizons as well. It can help you live a better day. It can help you live a better life. And in doing so, it will impact your work life as well. And one of the best things you can do to improve your English, to use your English, is to use it every day. There is a saying nowadays that the internet will become the new teacher, become the new classroom. And certainly I feel that this is true in my life. I've learned so many things using the internet. I'm very excited to be talking about this platform, YouTube. And many videos that I have watched over the years, I checked yesterday night in my account. And so I had this account for 8 years now. So my Gmail account, 8-9 years. And I have watched over 6,000 YouTube videos. That is a lot of videos. And most videos, sometimes they are maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or sometimes they're longer, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It's a truly amazing thing, if you think about it. So much time is spent watching films, watching videos, probably more than reading for some people. So I'm very pleased to share with you all some YouTube channels today that will help improve your English. It will help you use your English, but even more so, will make your life better. Help you live a better day, happier, more informed, hopefully, and also entertained. If for nothing else, you will find yourself educated and entertained. One of the YouTubers that I personally know, and I'll introduce later, we talked about how education and entertainment cannot really be divided not just in normal education, but also particularly now in higher education. We have to think about how education and entertainment can be combined. And so I want to start today talking about some entertainment, things that you can do, I'm sure you all do, on YouTube. The first question I want to ask you, is there anyone watching, Joe?
Two.
There are 2 people watching. Yes, thank you, there are 2 people. 2 people watching. So I want to ask you all a question. If you're thinking about this now or in the future, it doesn't matter, ask yourself. What are you interested in? How do you arrive at a YouTube video? What are you interested in? Everyone has different interests, right? Some people love dogs, so they watch dog videos on YouTube. Some people love cats, so they watch cat videos. It's been estimated that about half of YouTube videos, there's a joke, it's not true, but about half of YouTube videos are cat videos. That's probably not true, but it certainly seems like that sometimes. Ask yourself what you're interested in. What your passions are. Do you like gaming? Do you like music? Do you like travel? Do you like comedy? Personally, I want to start with a channel that I find highlights this phenomenon. It's not just entertainment, it's also educational. One of my favorite YouTubers, I want to start by sharing with you all, Rosanna Pansino. This is personally for me. I love to bake. Personally, I like baking, and I like cute things. Okay, don't judge me. So I want to share with you all a YouTube channel called Rosanna Pansino. Okay, her name is R-O-S-A-N-N-A, okay, and Pansino, P-A-N-S-I-N-O. Very, very famous YouTuber. Okay, so let's switch over to the screen now. So Rosanna Pansino is a YouTube personality who is famous for her baking show called Nerdy Nummies, and she makes these themed treats. These mostly sweets, but also she does other stuff as well. She sings, she acts, and her famous show teaches you how to make some cute treats. So let's scroll through her videos here. I want to introduce some things. So she, maybe click on, yes, right, this is her show. So she shows you how to make chocolate chip cookie cupcakes, poop emoji ice cream sandwiches, DIY back to school art supplies. So that's not baking. Well, she needs to use an oven, but anyway. Let's keep going. There are some vlogs here. Rainbow unicorn poop bath vlogs. Okay. What I love about her channel and why I recommend it very highly is because she taught English in China. So she's very conscious that some people don't really understand English that well. So her videos are subtitled perfectly. If you have a problem understanding her, you can always use the subtitles, and they're almost always completely correct. She's also a very cheerful personality. She's always smiling, always very happy, always very positive, and the stuff she makes is very cute. So let's watch maybe about 20 to 30 seconds of one of her videos. Let's look at this one here, the poop emoji ice cream sandwich. Let's take a look for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And we can see how she introduces her audience. Notice that it's subtitled.
Summer. So today we are going to be making poo emoji themed ice cream sandwiches.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Right.
The recipe that we're making today is a chocolate cookie, perfect for ice cream sandwich.
Okay, so not all of her videos are like that, but all of her Nerdy Nummies series are like this. She greets the audience, it's very clear. There's a format that you can follow. And one of the things that I find is very helpful if you're practicing English is to understand the format. Every creator has their own particular format, their way of introducing themselves, of talking about what the topic is. There's a certain style, and if you can identify that style and learn something from that style, you will be well on your way to learning some new English uses. Okay, so that's one. For me, that's both entertainment, and she teaches you. I've tried it a couple times. It actually works. Okay, so I encourage you all, if you like baking, if you like cute things, so she has Harry Potter treats and all kinds of Lego treats and all this, so it's wonderful. And I think it highlights something, which is you can be weird. And I hope that's a good message to you all. You can be a weird personality and still be very positive in life. That's one of my favorites, English YouTube channel. I follow her religiously. Okay. Second channel that I want to introduce to you all today is TED, T-E-D. It's very clear, everyone knows this, so I want to insert one that everyone sort of knows. You can use the TED website, that's perfectly fine, but you can also use the TED channel here. One of the things that I really appreciate about TED Talks is that they update constantly. You get updates if you subscribe like I do. They update at least twice a week. So there's always something new to watch. And I think the TED Talks, especially the ones that are posted online, they are very good examples of excellent public speaking. And you get different kinds of topics something to stay informed, stay knowledgeable, very interesting. And I want to give you all a recommendation here. Every once in a while, go find something on YouTube that you would probably not normally watch. Go find something, find a channel that your friends like, that your parents maybe watch, and watch a couple videos. You will be surprised by what you see. I'm always surprised when I watch TED. Sometimes the topics aren't my field. I don't think that they are particularly interesting sometimes. But when you watch the video, you will gain new vocabulary, you will gain new knowledge, you will also gain a new way of looking at the world. And if nothing else, you will see excellent public speaking. And I think that's something we can all learn from. So TED Talks are, of course, ideas worth spreading. So there are all kinds of topics. One particular sub-channel that I would recommend is TED Ed. So TED for education, because I'm an educator. So I particularly like TED Ed. And all of the videos are subtitled, particularly in English, and most of them are in Chinese as well. Go find something interesting. Go find something that you would normally not watch, a topic that you don't think relates to your life personally. You'll be surprised. Okay, so that is my recommendation for some knowledge-based YouTube. So, is there anyone watching?
Yeah, 4 people.
There are 4 people watching now. I've doubled my viewership. 4 people, whoever you are, I'd like you to answer this question. What is your favorite YouTube channel? It doesn't have to be an English channel, it can be a Chinese channel, but please respond in English. What is your favorite YouTube channel? And hopefully we can get some responses. I'm awaiting responses later from my crew here as well. Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about next is another passion that I have. I love watching films. I love watching movies. Now, when you are watching films, there are normally, I think, maybe 4 different kinds of movie-related channels that I sort of think about. One kind of channel is movie trailers. So you can subscribe to the big production companies, and then they put out their trailers and you can watch them. That's a very good way to be updated on what's coming out. That's one kind of channel. The other kind of channel that I think is very interesting is the review kind of channel, the review channel. Now, there are 2 personal favorites, most famous, I think, very, very famous YouTube review channels. One of them is called Jeremy John's. Okay, so we can take a look. Jeremy, just type Jeremy in the movie, yes, John's, J-A-H-N-S. And so this is his channel, and he always stays up to date with his films. He talks very fast, and if you are looking for up-to-date movie reviews, check out Jeremy John's. Another one is Stuckman, S-T-U, I believe, K-M-A-N-N, Stuckman Reviews. Yes, Chris Stuckman. So if you are looking to listen to movie reviews, I recommend these 2. All right, so Jeremy John's, these are very famous YouTube personalities. There are others, of course, many wonderful movie reviewers, but these are my personal 2 favorites. I like the way they critique films. Jeremy John's is a fast talker, first impressions. Chris Stuckman, he's more calm, talks more slowly, and they subtitle their films as well. So you can probably get a good practice in listening. So that's the second type, film reviews. Then there are the film critics. They are the film people who make fun of films, but I find very imaginative, very fun to watch, and it makes you think differently about certain films. So I'll recommend 3. The first one is How It Should Have Ended. I mean, that's a wonderful YouTube channel, How It Should Have Ended. And so films are reinterpreted. Their endings are reinterpreted, and new endings are given. And sometimes they are really hilarious, really fun. And it depends on you having watched the film already. And you can it always makes you think differently about a film. The second one is called Cinema Sins. Cinema Sins. This is my personal favorite, Cinema Sins. And it talks about how strange things happen, like mistakes or strange parts in the plot. If you are someone like me who really likes watching films, Cinema Sins is a wonderful experience as well. Let's watch maybe, yes, let's watch Everything Went Wrong with Cinema Sins. So let's watch about 20 seconds of this one.
We're white. More than 30 years of movie theater experience between us. Yes, that's a sin. One of us was an extra in the last casting. One of us was actually paid to sit in a comic book store selling comic books, magic cards, action figures, and other nerdy items without having any knowledge of any of those things, while the other once taught 2 semesters.
One of the things I really like about Cinema Sins is that they subtitle everything, because they talk very fast. So you can always pause and you can read through this. It's part of the video. It's not added on top. It's part of the video that they include these subtitles. So it's a personal favorite because I like reading subtitles. So Cinema Sins is my recommendation. There's also one more called Everything Wrong With. So Everything Wrong With a Certain Film. It's wonderful to watch. And I think they belong to the same company, actually. But they do different things. So anyway, I recommend this. Wrong, yeah. Okay. So next I want to talk about another kind of knowledgeable site. Now that I've introduced some entertainment, let's move on to some more serious stuff. My favorite news site, my favorite news YouTube channel is the New York Times. There are many. You can watch Bloomsbury. You can watch particular kinds of film, of news channels. But my personal favorite, for sheer information and cinematography, is the New York Times. And not just for videos. If you are a serious English user, an English learner, you want to stay informed about what's going on in the world, then I highly recommend that you subscribe to the New York Times. The reading level is not that hard. There are harder ways of reading. So if you read things like the New Yorker, if you read BBC, it's a little bit more difficult. The New York Times it gives you very good information, but the reading level is not that difficult. So highly recommended, different kinds of films to watch. And yeah, they have some nice cooking videos here as well, if you're interested. Okay, is there anyone who's responded to my question?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Who's responded?
Andy.
Andy. Andy who?
Andy Chen.
Oh yeah, Andy, you're back now. You're back. Maybe you're not back. Or meeting online. Hello, Andy. What's your favorite YouTube channel?
He answered his favorite YouTube channel is a music channel called Sensual Music.
Okay, let's see if we can find that.
SENSUALMUSIQUE.
Is it this one? Sensual Music?
Yes.
Music. Okay. Now, Andy, can I ask you now, why is this your favorite YouTube channel? See, we're having a conversation now. Isn't this wonderful? We're using English to talk about our favorite YouTube channels. See, I've never heard of this before. Can you recommend a video? Place a link in the comment box below. Okay, we'll see if we can find something interesting.
He posted another channel. It's called Just Kidding News.
Yes, I'm a personal lover of Just Kidding News and the Just Kidding Films crew. But we'll talk about it later.
And also 3 of our audiences.
Yes, audience members.
RD English.
RD English, yes. You're taking away you're giving away my plan now. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about Adi in a minute. We played Adi on the live broadcast a few weeks ago. All right, so any others? Sensual music, Just Kidding News, RD English, anything else?
No.
So far, no. Okay, that's fine. So what I want to emphasize here is that try to balance your entertainment with being informed, with your knowledge. So almost always I start off by watching something that is fun, and then I sort of go into some more serious stuff, and then I finish my evening of YouTube and dinner with something that is fun. Mostly it's about films, and then I go to bed. Yeah. Probably not the best way to yeah. Anyway, it's recommended that you don't watch a screen before going to bed, but unfortunately, a lot of people do this, including me. Okay. I want to ask the crew now, someone, we have 3 members here today, to provide for us a YouTube channel that they love very much, and a video maybe that they like. So, who wants to go first?
Joe.
Okay then, our cameraman Joe. Joe, what is your favorite YouTube channel? Or one of your favorite? I have many as well, yes.
Ben Phillips.
Ben Phillips, okay, so let's take a look. And students, I am trying to model here a conversation here. So, you like Ben Phillips. I have never heard of Ben Phillips. What is their channel about, Joe?
And it's about their pranking, pranking on each other.
It's a prank channel. I see, it's a prank channel. Are there some other prank channels that I can't think of any right now, but that's okay. So, and they prank each other, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you describe their English? Do they speak in American English, or do they use another kind?
British.
They're British.
Yes.
They're British. So do you find that difficult to understand?
Not really.
Not really.
It's interesting that I can find some differences between English, American English and British English.
Very good. So you can personally understand the British accent better and better by watching this channel.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a video that you remember very clearly?
Not really. I just randomly pick some.
You just
videos.
randomly pick. Okay. So prank channels are fun. I think. Yeah, they can also become kind of weird at times. Yeah. Okay. So students, if you are interested in prank channels, Joe recommends Ben Phillips, and I will be watching Ben Phillips tonight. One of these videos, which you can send me a link in the comments later,
Sure.
Joe, if you want, and I'll take a look. All right. So I want to mention one more serious channel about education. It's also very fun to watch. But I'm trying to give you all many channels that are related to knowledge and entertainment. This one is called Crash Courses. Crash Courses. Now, if you are interested in all kinds of things, actually, in study skills, in literature, in psychology, as you know, I am very much.
Hi, I'm John Greenwell.
Crash Course is a wonderful, wonderful channel that you can watch. The host of Crash Course, many of the videos, is John Green, author of The Fault in Our Stars, and a wonderful novelist, wonderful teacher. And I personally learned a lot about literature, psychology, biology through these videos. They are a wonderful example of how real life and animation can come together. So he sits in the background and there's animation in the videos. It's wonderful. And if you are interested in learning all kinds of subjects in English, I recommend Crash Course. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so I think this is the time that we get to take a break. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So during the break, students, I'd like you to respond to another question. Apart from the normal YouTube channels that you watch normally, ask yourself, what is something that you have no interest in, that you've never watched before? Okay, think about this. For me, I really watch gaming. And so yesterday I went online and I tried to find the most famous gaming channel. And sometimes it's very interesting to see what happens. I found myself on PewDiePie's channel, which I had never been on before. Yeah, and I found PewDiePie because, so the point is, it's a way to explore new interests. They have wonderful content, yeah. So I recommend it to you all. Let's take a break, 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, so 刚刚选的陆陆说什么？
哦，我们后来有到6个人哦。
最高到7个人。
嘿嘿。
这主题呢，大家有兴趣？